What's up? Welcome back. I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram still about what happened to my YouTube channel. It's just got home from work a little while ago. It's kind of a rainy, drizzly day out there. And I just wanted to share with you guys that I made a flap wallet yesterday when I got home from work, and I made a matching keychain, which was really nice to make a quick leather project. And it's actually for a plumbing customer of mine. And so I just want to answer some of those questions. And then I got a few questions on my YouTube channel as well about the name change and everything. So I guess I just want to make things clear. Stepping back 3 or 4 years ago, or 4 years ago, maybe 4.5, 5 years ago, when I started this YouTube channel, it was called Gary's Outside Projects, or I can't remember what it was called. It was something like that. And then I changed it to One Lonely Plumber, and people thought I named it after another YouTube channel called One Lonely Farmer, and that's not the case. It was actually I go to the plumbing supply store almost every morning, and I always used to run into the same plumbing technician that worked for another company. Actually, for my family, my brothers own another plumbing company, and he worked for them, and he would always say, "Hey, lonely plumber," call me a lonely plumber all the time, and it just stuck with me. So I ended up calling it one lonely plumber. And even though the channel had nothing to do with plumbing, I just called it that because that's how I actually felt. You know, I really don't have any connections with my. I have four brothers. There's five of us total. I really don't have any much connections with my family, even though they're in the plumbing industry. None of them are plumbers anymore. They're all kind of owners or retired or whatever. One works for a union or he operates, and I think he's part owner of a big commercial plumbing company down in Massachusetts. We don't really talk too much. My other two brothers don't really talk too much. I have one brother that I do talk to once in a while. We have a little bit of a connection, but other than that, I always felt like I was the only one lonely plumber all the time. And even in the industry, the plumbing industry, I don't really have any connections with any other plumbers. I never built any connection whatsoever for anybody in the industry. I do have a few friends that I kind of lost contact with. I have one friend, Justin, that we talk maybe once every couple weeks. But other than that, I don't have any connections in the industry whatsoever. Don't really socialize or talk with, and it's actually kind of funny because when Justin does call me, he's always talking about how he's talking to this other plumber and this other plumber and that other plumber. And I'm like, wow, you still stay in contact with all those people? And I'm like, I never talk to anybody other than you. And he goes, well, who do you talk to during the day? And I'm like, I actually talk to my mom pretty much every morning when I leave the house and I get done going to the plumbing supply store and I'm driving to my first service call. My mom and I talk on the phone, and most of the time when I get done that service call and I'm driving to the next one, I'm on the phone with my mom. It's just how I spend my day. I don't really talk to any other plumber, so that's basically where the whole one lonely plumber came from. And then you all know that I lost my granddaughter, and then I called it. I felt like it was. I should have changed the name. Nobody connected One Lonely Plumber to the Leathercraft, so I ended up calling it Gary and MRA. I literally would work and come down here into the Leathercraft shop, and I would be down here for hours, and I kind of lost my connection even with my wife being down here so much and being addicted to this leathercraft. I mean, literally, it was an addiction, and it became lonely even worse than before. I got in literally the last 3 months, 2 months, 3 months of being down here. I mean, I literally think I was losing my mind and felt like I lost connections with everything in my life. Even though I didn't have a lot of connections, but I was, even with my personal life, yard work, I kind of neglected. I never cleaned my boat. Everything was just kind of falling apart. I was down here so much, and I just had to stop. I'm keeping the leather craft so I can still honor my granddaughter, but in a whole different way. I'm pretty much not going to sell any more products. I mean, I never really did. I gave most of it away, but I did sell some of it. But now it's kind of like, I have a wallet and a keychain, a flap wallet and a keychain that I made. I'm going to give that out. But I mean, I'm not going to make this thing took too much of my time, and I dove too deep into it that I had to stop. And then I created. I had to be outside, and I had to get back to where what I really absolutely love doing. I do love the leathercraft. I love it. I still do it. I still come down here and make keychains. I made a bifold wallet a couple of weeks ago. I still come down here and still enjoy it. So I'm still going to share that, I think, in some videos. I'm still going to share that when I make a wallet and all that stuff. But I'm so focused on outside, and I feel like I'm just getting my life back. I feel like I'm being revived again or something. Of not feeling so isolated. I was feeling so isolated anyways, even when it comes to my family and my work-wise. The only relationships I would have is with customers and coming home and being with my wife. And even with that, coming down here, I didn't even have that connection anymore. So, and then I changed the name again, and I lost a bunch of subscribers, and which, I completely understand. And I call it the Naked Acre, and I call it the Naked Acre only because I look at the word naked being pure. Like almost like you're starting fresh, like you're reborn again. That's where I came up with the word naked. And then, because I'm on an acre and a half, I call it the Naked Acre. That's the whole story. I mean, just enjoy making videos. But I got a lot of exciting projects coming up, and I'm hoping that you guys will all stick around and see my craziness. And my wife's going to be more involved. So, hoping that you guys will stick around. Just wanted to do this snore bore of a video. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you understand now what's happening with the channel, I guess. And I hope you stick around. All right. Hit the like button. subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.